Boosters, boosters, boosters. That's what we're hearing about today. Who's requiring them now? Let's find out on Adventure Made Simple. Hey everybody, welcome back to Adventure Made Simple, the almost daily travel news digest where we take a look at travel news and cruise news from around the world. I'd like to invite you, before I get into my main story, to subscribe. If you haven't yet, we do cover all kinds of travel news that's good to know. If you're looking to travel anytime in the near future, you really need to stay on top of the changing travel rules. We're trying to help you do that, Fitz and I here, as we explore the daily travel news. So let's dive right on into it. The country of Spain has started to require the COVID-19 booster shot. They have announced that starting February 1, anyone whose last COVID vaccine shot was 270 days or further back from the time of your travel, you need to have a COVID-19 booster in order to enter the country. They are joining the ranks of Austria and the Netherlands as European travel destinations requiring a COVID-19 booster. Do you have your booster? I don't have mine yet. I need to get one. I think it's becoming more and more obvious that the booster is going to be a requirement to travel. Fitz, can you not do that right now? Our next story. A new river cruise product brought to us by a familiar face. The American Cruise Line Company, who is a river cruise product operating domestically, they have river boats that go up and down the Mississippi River, they go up and down the St. Johns River in Florida where I am, and in the Northeast as well. They have river boats that do a lot of the same sort of deep exploration that the European river cruise lines do. A little different format of the boat. They don't quite look long and skinny like the typical European river boat, but we've got something new from them. They have just announced a series of small catamaran. Ships are small. I don't even know if you can call them ships. They're 109 guests, and they'll be small enough to get into some really unique places, add some really deep exploration of the rivers of the United States, and they'll also feature decks on the back which allow for zodiacs, kayaks, to really get in and explore, and that sounds fascinating to me. The typical American cruise line passenger demographic that I am familiar with is going to be a senior, so I don't know how much soft adventure and zodiac riding and kayaking they're going to do. This may open up a whole new demographic for this product. It's interesting to see how it develops over the next few years, and I'll be watching this very closely. If you'd like more information on it, just hit me up. I'd be happy to tell you more about it. And last but not least, I graduated, not from college. Well, yes, I did, but 20 years ago. I graduated from the Princess Academy. I'm now a Commodore. That's my little diploma right there. That's the top rank that you can get in the Princess Academy. Why is this important? Why are we caring? All of the cruise lines offer training programs for travel advisors such as myself, and I've known about the program for many years. I've never bothered to take it, and this year I decided, you know what, let's do it, because they are the only cruise line that offers advisors like myself an opportunity after you've completed the coursework and taken the test and graduated. Really big carrot at the end of the stick, and that's a free cruise. And I'm not talking about a 3 or 4 night little Bahamas cruise. It could be an 11-night Scandinavia and Russia cruise. It could be a 15-night Panama Canal. It's a serious benefit, and it's time for me to take advantage of that. Where should I go? I'd like to open it up to you. Should I go to Europe? Should I do a Greek Isles cruise? Should I do a Panama Canal? I've done Caribbean. I've explored South America on land. I've never been to Europe. I've never been through the Panama Canal. And I've never been to Hawaii. There are a lot of choices, a lot of different itineraries. What do you recommend that I should do for my next cruise? I'd love to hear from you. That's one of the perks of being a travel advisor. There are some perks. There are also some drawbacks. And this year has seen quite a few of those drawbacks. If you have ever wanted to be a travel advisor, you think, wow, that sounds awesome. You get free cruises. You get to go places and have benefits that the normal folks don't have. Well, there is some truth to that. The companies do want us to experience their products, and they do make it easier for us to do that. But there are a lot of drawbacks to this business. And this year, we've seen a lot of that. The one thing you may not know is that if you, our clients, don't actually travel on your cruise or your trip, we don't get paid. And some of the cruise lines right now are having tons of cancellations. And several of the cruises that I've got booked, several of the group cruises that I have booked coming up in the next few days have seen a lot of fall off of their guests. And that's a lot of money that not only is not being paid out, it's actually being taken away. Some of the cruise lines pay commission on final payment. Some of the cruise lines pay commission after travel. And the ones that are paying early, and in general, there is a move in the industry to pay advisors earlier than later, which sounds great and is great in a lot of ways, but it's kind of backfiring on us right now as the Omicron variant is taking away a lot of our cruisers that were supposed to travel in January and February. This is a very, very popular time for folks to cruise. As you can imagine, folks trying to get out of the cold. Well, what happens in this situation, you have folks that are final paid, your money has been transferred over to you in your account. Now, there's something called a commission recall, which in the past hasn't really been that big a deal. You come to expect it, you figure it into your business plan, and it's just a cost of doing business. Well, there's a lot more of those commission recalls coming down the pipes for us right now, and agencies are going to be feeling that as their first order starts to come into play. So there's a lot to this industry. If you've ever wanted to explore being an agent, I've had a number of cruise clients come to me in the year saying, wow, I want to sell Disney, or I want to sell cruises. Tell me how I do it. Well, this is something you need to know. If you've ever thought about being a travel agent, there are some risks involved. And just like any business, struggling right now, gyms are struggling right now, theaters are struggling right now, restaurants and whatnot. It's a hard time, but our travel industry is really taking a beating right now and has been for the last 2 years. So keep that in mind. Well, I've rambled on long enough. I really appreciate you watching, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for dropping by Adventure Made Simple. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.